Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praise unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Makar, Radash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are apostle elders that rule a great millstone. To you, hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth. Keep pushing. We're at the time of the end. Things are getting ready to take place quickly because the Most High wants to get us up out of here, man, and put Esau into bondage and to punish him for the things that he's done. The 2/3 of Israel have to go down with him because they joined with him. All right, so the hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth, wherever you may be, keep pushing and coming into this thing. May the Most High seal the elect quickly, man. Get us up out of here. This is just a World War III news update because Iran came out with a chilling warning to the Babylon, and then the new Secretary of Defense, if I'm not mistaken, is taking a stronger stance on Iran. So these things is all leading up to that prophecy of World War III. The Lord is bringing them down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, man. The judgment is going to start. The Most High is going to allow this war to crack off and us to get up out of here because these are fulfilled prophecy. We're in the year of prophecy. All right. So it says Iran issues chilling threat after Syrian missile attack. Strikes will be met with force. Okay. So now I'm going to play this video and then we'll jump right into it.
On his new international trip, the new U.S. Secretary of State sent a tough message to Iran. Mike Pompeo called for tougher sanctions, criticized the Iranians' ballistic missile program, and blamed them for destabilizing the Middle East.
Unlike the prior administration, we will not neglect the vast scope of Iran's terrorism. It is indeed the greatest sponsor of terrorism in the world, and we are determined to make sure it never possesses a nuclear weapon.
The Gulf Cooperation Council, the powerful and rich regional Arab bloc and a close U.S. ally, remains divided. The U.S. wants an end to the GCC crisis and the blockade of Qatar. The New York Times reports Pompeo told Saudi officials, "Enough is enough. Stop the Qatar blockade."
I also stressed to the foreign minister that Gulf unity is necessary. We need to achieve it.
The U.S. worries that 10-month-long disagreements the Saudi-led quartet have with Qatar will undermine the chances of bringing stability to the region.
That's where I'm at. As you can see, man, he's taking a very strong rhetoric when it comes to Iran. All right? Because Iran said if they back out of that deal, that Iran's going to go full-fledged towards the nuclear weapons program. And he said we won't allow it. So there's going to be a crossroad, man. Those two heads are going to have to meet on some kind of level. Because one says they're going to get the missile, the other one says, no, you're not. So, has to be a resolution to it, man, which is war. Because these are the fulfilled prophecy, man. It's time for the world to taste peace, man. And it has to come after this destruction, and the Lord puts hell on planet Earth, man. It's going to be vast. You know, it's going to be something we've never seen before. But I'm going to read this article. It says, Ayatollah al-Khamenei, Supreme Leader of Iran, has launched a blistering verbal attack against the U.S. in the wake of missile strikes on Syria bases in Hama and Aleppo on Sunday night. In a bellicose speech on Monday, Khamenei accused the U.S. of causing regional crisis in the Middle East by creating instability that has brought misery to people. Iran will respond in kind to missile strikes on any of its bases in Syria or elsewhere. Khamenei has quoted in saying by Israel state media, "The era of hit-and-run attacks has ended, and from now on, attacks will be met with firm force," Khamenei said just hours after the missile attack on Syria that has been blamed on Israel, the U.S., and Britain. Missiles struck a number of Syrian military facilities in strikes that a UK-based war monitor said killed at least 26 troops. many of whom were Iranians. State media closely linked with President Bashar al-Assad claimed Britain and the U.S. forces were involved in the missile attack. Allegations RAF jets were involved with were denied by the UK Military of Defense (MOD), but the U.S. military is yet to comment. So the Iranian leader is saying, "Look, man, we're gonna start striking you back, okay? Which is gonna lead to more conflict, and what? The war, because it says strike Israel, that's striking the U.S. So they're getting geared up for this war right here, man." And then the another part of this article I wanted to touch is that hard rhetoric that's coming towards Iran with this new guy that has been put into that position. So hey, the pieces are being moved, things are being set. All right, hey, we're getting close, man. Hey, that's a scripture to end on, man. Because we're close to getting up out of here, man. We're real close. This is Romans 13 and 11. This is it says, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. See that? That's what you're seeing now. Everything that's leading up is to show you that, look, we're getting up out of here, man. Because we're in 2018, which is the year of prophecy. And then this is the precept. This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. And it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." What vision? The prophecies that was given to different men through the Bible of the coming war, of the destruction, of the nuclear holocaust. All these things were visions, but appointed for a certain time. What time is that? The time that we're living in our days. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." So it's not tarrying right now, man. It's moving at a fast pace. All right, it's moving at a very, very fast pace. So I just wanted to give a update and show you Akim, and I'll post the article in the description box. So with that, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Bashim Rakar Kudash. Shalom, Akim.